my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. We are continuing the annual NTD Awards with a much more satisfying video. My top 15 EPs of 2023. I have collected and ranked some of my favorite EPs that I played this year. I probably am missing some that are probably really good. So I would just tell you guys really early on, if there's some EPs that I don't listen here that you feel like I should listen to, definitely put them down in the comments. I would be pleased to hear what you guys have listened to this year, as there is just so many things I feel like I'm behind on and I would really love to hear. But I feel like I created a pretty good list. These are easily some of the best projects and has some of the best songs I've heard in the entire year and some of the past few years actually. So here we go with the number 15 spot. Beginning with the number 15 spot is gonna go to the South African house DJ Nora and Pure with her Wholehearted EP. There is a lot that can be seen on here as pretty much nothing out of the ordinary for most house listeners and down-tempo listeners. However, I have loved and absolutely been obsessed with her style of house music that just feels just so fresh or organic. It's just something that I feel like just keeps coming with new tracks that I feel like, man, she just is just so excellent with utilizing that use of white noise and just the way it splashes in and the way she embellishes it with her own styles on here. I would like to describe it as like this real rainforest trope dance music atmosphere with outstanding sound design, playful synth leads, and infectious bass sense that are just always seeming to win me over every track. There's just something that I just really adore from this. It's great shuffling music. It's pretty easy to digest. So I think that can also be something that's not really intimidating for the listener. So that's why I also highly encourage you to check this out no matter what you're really into. I think it's great dance music. This is overall a great project from Nora. She had a great bundle of singles that came out this year, but with this EP, you should consider it. Number 14 is gonna go to the K-pop superstars. Also one of my favorite discoveries of this year, New Jeans with their EP Get Up. There is just so much fun with these tracks, but I think the thing that really wins over the quality with this EP is the chemistry between these girls. They just know so well how to play off each other. The talent is absolutely immense for them, and considering how youthful they are, it is so impressive, and it's just something to really look forward to in their future. I really hope to see these girls just blossom more and more into their talent, because what they displayed right here is just so fun and cute and poppy, and it's just so vibrant, colorful, just great overall K-pop. Not really too much I could say about it, but like I said, it's pretty simple, pretty sweet, and pretty short, but it's also very good. 13 is gonna get a little more complex with Simón, Campusano, and Yaima with Cinco Relieves. This is just an insane instrumental record to me. It's so fresh, it's vibrant, but the thing that really won me over and had to earn its way on this list is the hint of sci-fi and mystery on here, while it's always just working in its thing and trying to create some adventurous qualities that make you want to discover more, while there's an ambience incurring into the environment behind you. There's moments of life on here that's created that I felt like was so early on, and then you hit moments in here that kind of create catastrophe that they so well display with their noise elements. Some really deep melodrama that kind of embraces some of its horror themes, and I think that was something that just felt like it was just so bold, and it came at such a great storyline and a timeline that I feel like it was so interesting, especially when we get to the end of this EP. It almost feels like there's a rebirth. That's kind of just how I seen this when it comes to the sounds that they really included into this project. It really just felt like life starting, going on, and then automatically the inevitable just heroism and just the overall chaotic distress that you will probably see later on into life, as it's not all sunshine and rainbows. That's kind of how I seen this, and I just love the way that they use when it comes to the stereo imaging and the placements and the progression of it, the industrial nuance mixed with these acoustic progressions. It's just such an insane cycle. I love it. It's a great project. You should definitely check it out. 12 is gonna go to quite a chaotic one with Feml Chaser. All right, so this is a digital hardcore group that it just makes some of the most absurd distortions in here. The effects are absolutely insane, but they are very potent and chaotic because of how punchy and crunchy some of the things can really just kind of inflict on you, but they come in and sync in with some of the other instrumentals that are oddly gentle. And there's some things that kind of just feel like a little bit ambiguous, and it's just some things that just feel like they really shouldn't mix, but they create the perfect sweet and sour combo. It is something that I felt like it had just a great like rush of adrenaline at a constant level. It's something that I feel like mixes well with like a little bit with the hyperpop community, not so much though, mostly with like experimental synth pop and hardcore music. It was fun, it was different, and I liked how much it standed out. 11 is gonna go to probably the best country artist of 2023. That's gonna go to Mr. Zack Bryan with Boys of Faith. This is just such a great follow-up to his stunning self-titled LP that dropped. This is one of the most talented vocalists that I feel like people should know in country. He's just so amazing. He's so simple, yet so sweet and confident in the way that he puts around with his mixes, come off as so organic. He doesn't overdo it ever, and it just knows when to just let himself stand out, not let too many effects or layering really take over the mix to the point where it kind of feels a little bit too synthetic. It's so bold. What more can you ask for the guy? It's absolutely amazing. And then number 10 is gonna go to Hemlock Springs, Going Gone. This is just a world of fun of dream pop ideas, widely creative hooks and sequences, really displays the unique nature of Hemlock as she really does present her personality on here super well and intimate notions into her lyricism, while also blending elements of synth pop and indie rock so seamlessly. It's just a great bundle of tracks, lots of great ideas into the sound design in here and the overall mix and production on here. Very, very talented, and like I said, the personality is the thing that really just makes this thing so intimate and just bold and on her half. So yeah, you should definitely check this one out. 9, keeping it simple with Cava Conspiracy, Bestial, Devastation. This is a Brazilian thrash and death metal band in which is executed in the pretty much traditional way. And I think that's the thing that I feel like most metal fans that are watching this video, you should definitely check out this project. It is killer. It is so punishing. It's addicting to endure. And the thing that I really, really enjoyed about it is how classic and fresh the riffs, the vocals, and breakdowns sounded to the aesthetic of thrash music. It's pretty much like almost like paying homage to like Slayer and, you know, all those classic bands like that. But it stands out in their own way. I really do think so. It's a lot more, when it comes to the instrumental, a lot more thrash, and then the vocals, a lot more death metal. But yeah, it's just kick ass. It's just keeps the pump going all the way through, front to back, and I love it. You should definitely check it out. Number 8 with Quadeca's Scrapyard II. Now, he did come out with 3 EPs, 3 Scrapyard EPs, 1, 2, and 3. This is the one that really stood out to me the most. I think they're all great. I think you should definitely check out each part. This would be considered descripted as glitch pop, experimental hip hop. The flow of these 3 tracks just felt like the most strongest and engaging. It continued to show off his brilliant work into the way not too many really people can, and it's just something that I feel like is just such a big risk, but it works so much in his favor and in his style of hip-hop music. It's something that comes off so alluring to me, and the backgrounds in it are just so hazy and smooth. I really, really thought it was an amazing project, and I think it earned this spot. Really, really good. Number 7 is a sneaky one. It's gonna go to Beach House's Become. I gotta give you a high recommendation of this one, as it is a great piece from Beach House. I already really loved their record from last year and Once Twice Melody, and this is just another great follow-up. A little later than most of these other follow-ups that I mentioned, but this one is just so awesome with the way they utilize their darker tones, and the way that they really go about with their major seller point on this EP is a thing that really just reciprocated for me. It really resonated with my listening experience. It's just so heavenly, and it's probably the biggest sleeper on here if you are into the shoegaze genre. Continuing on with the number 6 spot, it's gonna go to Black Market Cat's Today I Lay Down. It's a delicate blend of indie folk and noise music that is just so wonderfully vibrant and carefully put together. It's actually kind of defined as a genre I never really heard of called slowcore, and I think that it is the most perfect description for it because of how things go off in a way that's so hypnotic in the most abstract way that I really couldn't help but gravitate towards. It's such a striking play, things that just kind of feel like they just spike with so much pressure into the background. It's so subtle, it's almost not even noticeable in ways because of like where the instrumental actually upholds in indie rock music, as it really is staying true to the traditional aesthetic of indie rock. And I cannot wait to keep up with this band in the future. They are outstanding. 5 is gonna go to Magdalena Bay's Mini Mix Volume 3. Now I know what people are probably saying, the same the dream. This is a mixtape. Yeah, sure, maybe. I don't give a fuck. I will say there's some bias in here because I already really love what Magdalena Bay does with their dreamy synth pop aesthetics. It is just so creative. One of the best creations I played. I freaking adore their record Mercurial World, and I think this is just a great complementary effect to that record. It does feel very different though from that because it's a lot more tame, a lot more quiet and creamy with its delightful synth pop aesthetics, and there's just something about that I feel like continuously just kept earning my love for these songs. And it's something that I feel like, man, this is getting better and better and better the more I listen to it. A lot of these other things, this is kind of something that I had lower on the list, but the more I played it, the more I let it settle and sink and just kind of marinate. It just flourished more into its flavor and its color, and it's just such a fun listen. So if you're into Magdalena Bay, if you're into synth pop, please. Number 4 is gonna go to the boys themselves, JPEGMAFIA and Danny Brown. Scaring the Hoes DLC pack. To think we could not get any more so soon from these guys. The foolery on my half has been exposed. These 4 tracks are just an absolute treat from these guys with their style of what people like to consider like hardcore hip-hop. What I did love, however, is how much they really put to the effect and to like the same mentality that they did with Scaring with the Hoes, as these singles are just so variant. They have so many different approaches to each of these songs that I feel like, man, like we're in different planets every time we hit a new song. Like this is just a great bundle of tracks that I feel like is just so addictive and so fun into hip-hop. And these guys just don't give a fuck about being traditional, don't give a fuck about pleasing the media or pleasing the radio. This is just something that I feel like they just made for the fun of it, and God, does it show. It shows with a monstrous amount of color and quality. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Top 3 time, bing, 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 bing. Number 3 is gonna go to Geese's 4D Country. God, this band has just been continuing to blow my damn socks off. I cannot get enough of how fun this band is. Cameron Winter is a gem. He's an absolute gem. What a wonderful vocalist, but you gotta give more credit to what it's due with the rest of the band, with Dominic, with Max, with Gus, with Foster. They just have a brilliant amount of chemistry with each other. There's not a single point where any one of these musicians is lacking with the remake of 3D Country called 4D Country, and the way it's pretty much starts off the same way as the original piece, but then halfway into the song it breaks into this 4th dimension and things just start to morph and feel like psychedelic, and you get a little bit like very mysterious feeling about what's going on, like something's changing, and it really does ensue that feeling. So I feel like once we can transition into these next few songs, it's just a whirlwind of fun. Cannot stress this enough. You have to check out this band. This is easily probably my favorite band of the year. I love them. They are amazing. You have to check them out. Number 2 is going to go to one of the most profound alternative indie acts, Atka. The Eye Against the Ashen Sky. Guys, when I first found this, my goodness, was this stellar. This was an absolute treasure to behold. My goodness, did this thing just evolve and continued to grow and to just continuously evolve. But there's something that just felt like it just kept gravitating to something so much bigger. Not enough I could say. There's not enough I could really say about Atka. She has been easily, I've said it again, the most immense, profound, and amazing talents I have discovered this entire year. It was so soon, so sudden when I found this project. It is absolutely amazing what Atka has put together with these tracks. I seriously cannot wait to hear more from her. I cannot. She is outstanding. You have to check out this EP. I highly recommend it.
And now, finally, it's time!
#1 EP of 2023 is gonna go to Maruja's Knocknarea. When it comes to post-punk and hardcore and indie and all these different types of blends of genres, and these just becomes gems to me. It's not because I have a closer connection with my taste, that is a thing, but it's not just because of that. It's because they are so difficult to create and dissect. There is just so much jarring heroism with this, revitalizing jazz influences that kind of give you a little bit more of a simmer of peace, and then like the pristine finishes and the noise into rock sounds that really ensue that heroism, and it's just so mind-blowing. This is such a strong and damn near perfect EP. Prestigious motif after prestigious motif, and I mean that with all the sincerity I have in my bones. It is such a pleasant listen. It's so unique. So many moments where you're pulled into the gravity, and there's moments where they just leave you in there. They leave you in there to help you digest of what's going on and what you just played. It is just such a thrill. It was so much fun playing this record. I'm gonna go play it right after this for a little success, because it is the #1 EP, guys. It was truly a perfection of art. So congratulations and well done to Maruja. And those are my top 15 EPs of 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please let me know if you agree with my list. Did you like these EPs? Let me know that in the comments. And let me know which ones that are not on this list that you think I should check out, that are some of your favorites. I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces.
The rain falls like soldiers over stone rivers.